Hello, everyone. Ni hao. My name is Michael Tenzer. I'm 29 years old. I am a young adult who has high functioning autism. I am from Thornhill, Ontario, Canada. I have a brother named Jesse. Him and I are very good brothers, actually. I am a ASD advocate. This means I am trying to raise awareness and acceptance for those with ASD, like me. And come to think of it, I am a writer. I have published articles, blogs, and now my new book. See? I even graduated from Thornley Secondary School. And look at me, I got pretty good grades. I have pretty good photographic memory. That means everything I read, I remember. Then in school, many things were actually easy for me. At the age of 3, I was diagnosed. At this time, I was nonverbal. During my junior young days, my preschool started teaching me the picture exchange communication system in sign language. My parents wrote told me there was a 50 per chance that I would never talk. I guess they were wrong. So when I did say anything, it was pretty excitement. My mom had a list in the kitchen, so every time when I said anything, I would get rewards like French fries, for example. My taste buds has gotten a lot better. And now look at me. I can eat fish, shrimp, steak, you name it, but no lettuce. And I truly hate the smell of the lettuce. It's not food. Well, back in 1995, I began my journey with a company called Autism Partnership to help me with my life. This is where my life would change forever. You see, my parents hired Dr. Ronald Lee and his team from Autism Partnership to help me. He came to my home and trained a team of therapists to work with me and my family. The point is, I received at least 25 hours a week of therapy for several years. And it's true, so does not. As I started to listen and follow the instructions, I was pushed to do everything my brother was doing, such as swim lessons, skating, riding a bicycle, and regular play dates with my school friends. And I gotta admit it, I am very good at typing and writing. And when it comes to this, computers are my true passion. Now, I'm gonna tell you about my autism partnership method. Anyways, Dr. Lee visited our home about 2 or 3 times a year to train and update my programs and review my progress. Well, I gotta admit it, I did very good and I stayed positive. The oh, I gotta carry. My team consisted of 4 to 5 therapists, like Janet, for example. The program did focus on teaching me main skills like language, attention, play, and social. The truth is, I have a therapist with me every day for years. And it's true then. When I first entered school, my therapist went with me because I was the only autistic child in the school, and no one at school knew about autism or ABA back then. I needed the same structure from home to school. All I wanted is to be accepted. And then you're gonna think, who the hell is Michael Tanzer, or who the hell is Michael that? As when I got older, the programs did change just like me. Let's take, for example, I was taught how to take the bus to school, order something at the restaurant, and prepare meals like my wings from a local restaurant in Canada. The Autism Partnership method was a great way to help me learn the skills I needed in order to be an independent myself so I can reach my goals. The programs were always based on what I needed to help me learn and grow at the same time. Now, I'm going to talk about my high school and beyond stuff. Over my time, I completed my mandatory community service high school hours at His Master's Voice, short for HMV. It's a British music store. Best Buy is an American media store. And finally, I found my grandma Baba used to live in a retirement home called Sheridan Village, but sadly, she really died in 2017. I loved her very much. She was very important to me. Quiet, eh? Lovely. Oh, sorry. I also went to summer camps kids with autism. I did very good with it. And come to think of it, I also went to other camps with a therapist. And in fact, I even attended job placement programs as well. Like, say, for example, Carrie's Place is an agency that supports people with ASD like me or my friends. And plus, I also took part in the adult night programs from Carrie's Place. And back in Canada, I took a photography course at Seneca College. And I even took DJ lessons since I have a 100% interest in music, like electronic dance music, J-pop, and K-pop music, you name it. And I was enrolled in private computer lessons, and I did very well. But now I can learn how to handle it. You know, it's just tricky. And come to think of it, I did took Japanese lessons at the Japanese Canadian Culture Center. I am really fluent in Japanese, actually, but hold to this now, it's really true then. Am I right? But before COVID-19 happened, I did take karate lessons. But in the end, I found it a very complicated sport. At least I tried. Now, about my current life, I'm going to tell you right now. I have been volunteering at Northern General Hospital since June 2013, where my dad works as an emergency department doctor. Sorry about that. I even continue to bowl with my friends on every Thursdays. These are the same things I met when I was in high school. I have wrote several articles and blogs for Ontario Autism magazine called Autism Matters. I even completed my own book called, behold, this is the book I wrote and it took me about 2 years. It's called Michaelism, My POV in Life with Autism. And I gotta admit it came out good. Now, I'm gonna tell you right now, but hang on a sec, yep. Michaelism, My POV in Life with Autism was written based on my own personal experiences having autism spectrum disorder. I was diagnosed when I was 3 years old, when I was in preschool, and let me tell you something, it has not been an easy road for me. I have worked so hard with my family and other professionals like Janet, who has supported me throughout my whole life and continue to help me. Pretty good example, huh? Yep. Anyways, my regular pre-COVID activities were swim parties, Comic-Con conventions, movies, and restaurants that I always do with my friends. And it's fun. Tanashi done, eh? And come to think of it, I also attended sporting events like hockey, baseball, and basketball. And I even overcame my dislike for loud noises. I even continued my love for music, especially electronic, EDM, J-pop, and K-pop. Although my dad does music trivia all the time with me, and I am very knowledgeable about all music because of him, and I love my dad very much. Now, my most important POV, accepting and understanding autism. You know, I see many people with autism live a lot of stress, right? And everyone with ASD is very talented and can conquer many goals. In the messages, don't give up, right? Because giving up is for rookies. And in the other words, people on the spectrum like me do want friends and relationships. And why do people think they don't? Because they need to be accepted. That's why. Oh, sorry, I got Rancy, by the way. More support is needed to help those with autism in schools so they can graduate and go to college or get jobs. Autism is a part of you, but it is not all of you. And remember, don't let autism define who you are. Never give up. And the truth is, you are capable of doing anything you want to do with the right support. So start early. I always want to be accepted by the whole world as Michael, or my own merged nickname, My Danza. It's a merged nickname of my real first name and last name, actually. But I always want to write future episodes of South Park because it's my favorite TV show all the time. And plus, I wouldn't mind meeting famous people including Trey Park and Matt Stone's creators of South Park, and J-pop music artists like Sekai no Owari, Yuta Hikaru, and the president-elect Joe Biden. And plus, I do want to be more independent, increase all of my life skills, such as cooking, laundry, being alone in the house. So that's why my parents work this all the time with me. And it's my first time doing a Zoom thing. I always wanted to improve my interviewing skills. I might even write more books one day in the future or not, but who knows? Now, I am very proud to finish my book, and I gotta admit it, and they're gonna think, who the hell is Michael Tellinger, and why should I be accepted? But hey, in the end, people are now buying my book. And real closing thoughts. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I have autism. I cannot deny that. I want people to accept me. I cannot lie and say that I never wanted to give up on this book, because I did. In fact, I wanted to many, many times. But writing the chapters in this book brought back a lot of memories. Well, some memories are good. Some memories are, well, they're painful. This is me, and I didn't do this right. This is who I am. I'm proud of myself, and I am not alone. You see, I'm surrounded by my family, my relatives, and my friends. It doesn't matter if you have set up online friends or real friends, or a special interest, a special talent, or not. You should be proud of yourself always. When I had an idea to write this book, I shut it down in my head. Even after I started writing, I wanted to quit, but no, my parents say, don't give up on this book, Michael. I would think no one's going to care about me or this book. I would even beg people who support me to let me delete it. I was afraid people would make fun of me in this book will be a huge flop. But guess what? It's a success. It took me a lot of time and convincing from others that I really should not care what people think. I just had to do it for myself and for the whole world, or my friends. The book is for me. Yes, I do hope it might also help someone else who has ASD or their family members. I'm glad that you are all reading my book and are getting to know me, my PLBs, and my autismness. You know what I mean? The thing is, everyone needs to try and understand more people on the spectrum. Please try to remember that, okay? That each person with ASD is so different. Surround yourself with positive people. Never give up, because that is not an option at all. What is the next chapter? To be honest, I really don't know. I know I will continue to write and share my PLBs, take courses, and continue to build a better me. Live big, dream big, and seek happiness. So there you have it. You can actually buy my book on Apple Books, Amazon, Walmart, Barnes & Nobles, Google Play, you name it.